Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask. Today is Tuesday. It is February the 23rd. Today is National Banana Bread Day.
I really like banana
I do too,
bread
but
with
you know,
butter.
But I haven't had it in a long time, so maybe today's the day. National Dog Biscuit Day. I've never had one. Charlie has.
Yes,
Remember we were
apparently.
talking? It's Tuesdays with Charlie. We got him coming up. We talked to him, I don't know, a year ago, 2 years
He
ago.
said it as if it was just like, oh yeah, off and
haven't had
on
those?
throughout the years.
Yeah,
It goes
I
no
was like,
big
what-
deal.
what do you
Wow,
mean?
okay.
National Tile Day today, so a day to celebrate your tiles, and World Spay Day, like to spay and neuter your
Sure.
dogs, I believe is what that's for, or cats or whatever. So today's the day to do all of those things. And did I mention it's Tuesdays with Charlie today?
You did.
Yeah, and I'm super excited because we're going to have him in the studio. That's all coming up. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A study by San Diego State University found that married couples are having a little 16 times fewer per year. I think that's true. As a whole,
I knew you were going to chime in.
it said as a whole, the study found that even single people are, getting together even less than they have in the past. So blame it on the COVID, blame it on whatever. I think maybe it's because people are together too much. You're like, hey, you in the mood? No, I've been around you all day. I am not in the mood. And one other thing, if you want to keep trim, forget the diet books, forget the gym memberships. You may be better off just brushing your teeth more often. According to a survey, Everyday Habits, 14,000 people in the research study in Japan, they found that those who managed to stay slim also tended to brush their teeth after every meal. Overweight men sometimes went more than a day without brushing their teeth, according to the study. So they're saying if you want to, brush up on
I actually
better
agree
health,
with that because how many times have we've been watching a movie and you're like, hey, you want some of this? I'm like, no, I just brushed my teeth.
Yeah, it's
That is
probably
true.
Wow, after every meal. That's a good idea.
That's a very good idea.
Do that. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is Your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. New details about last Friday's false report of a hostage situation. According to, and I think it might be from 2 weeks ago now. I don't know when I got this story. Pocahontas County dispatchers in West Virginia. A man was supposedly holding two people hostage. They said the caller, Steve Warner, owns the residence, gave permission for law enforcement to enter the property. After they arrived, police entered the two-story residence, found two men and a woman inside. They were arrested due to exigent circumstances. When questioned, though, they denied being held against their will, and they denied being threatened in any way. Police cleared the scene. While they were in there, they found all kinds of interesting things: a tire iron and a pipe wrench, that felt were being used as like weapons, and they found some drugs. A clear plastic baggie containing a white powdery substance, and also methamphetamines that they said were used that day. So a lot of stuff going on in this story, but I do have a link to it. It's in the show notes. That is what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Star Wars actress Daisy Ridley closed her account on Instagram back in 2016 following a backlash from a fan base. After more than 4 years, she still has no intention of returning to the social media platform. She says, I've managed to separate my personal life well from my professional life, partly probably because I'm not on social media. The statistics that link them, social media sites, to anxiety are terrifying, she said.
I agree.
She said, I have friends who are completely addicted to their phones who've suffered with this problem. The British actress also clearly stated that despite the temptation to go back on there, she's definitely going to steer clear of social media for now.
Good for her.
She says, I don't want to go back, but sometimes I think about it, but the truth is, no, I won't be returning.
Good for her.
And a new season of ABC's The Bachelorette is expected to begin filming this spring. I've got like some spoiler alert stuff in the show notes here. I don't know if this is current or accurate. I don't watch any of that, but I might have got this story like a week ago. So
I have no idea. I don't watch them either.
It may no longer be a spoiler alert, but it's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of RedCrossBlood.org. Michigan State Police are investigating the death of a man at a baby shower.
Oh, jeepers.
So, during the baby shower, a small cannon-type device was fired in the backyard to celebrate the baby's pending arrival. When the cannon was fired by the homeowner, the cannon itself blew up, causing shrapnel to strike 3 parked cars and a garage where the baby shower is being held. 26-year-old man was standing by, struck by shrapnel. The news report did not state if the cannon firing was tied to the gender reveal or anything.
Oh, my gosh.
Crazy. I'm really sad to hear that. Can you imagine going to a party and
people are just
dying?
going ridiculously overboard with this stuff,
calm
and
that
it's
stuff down.
getting extremely dangerous.
Just be careful out there. A man in Nashville suburb shot and killed as he tried to enact a prank robbery for a YouTube video. That didn't end well. Timothy Wilkes passed away after David Starnes Jr. shot him. Wilkes and a friend had been carrying butcher knives when they approached a group of people, including Starnes, in a parking lot. Starnes told police he fired in self-defense. Wilkes and the other person were pretending to rob a group for a video. Starnes was not in on the gag. No charges have been filed.
Yikes.
So if you're out there thinking, hey, we're going to film a prank video and everybody's going to find it. Okay, keep in mind, if you're filming a prank video where you're robbing somebody and you're using a gun or you're using a knife, they might have a gun like that. That is just a terrible, terrible idea. Just such a bad idea. And I think a lot of these prank videos have gone too far.
Oh, for sure.
And people watch them online. They're like, oh, that's so funny. I'm like, that's not funny. Imagine if you were that guy. You wouldn't think it's funny.
Exactly.
So just be careful out there. An Italian shoplifter was caught after a store duped her into believing she'd won a prize. The meat market put up an image of their thief taken by security cameras under the heading Lucky Shopper. When the woman told managers, hey, I'm the lucky shopper in the photo, she was arrested because she was actually a shoplifter.
Oh, that's clever.
So they were trying to get her,
Good for
and
them.
they had, a really clear image of her face on video. So they said, hey, we have this lucky shopper thing. Congratulations to our lucky shopper. If you know who this is, be sure to let us know.
Oh, what a great idea. That's fantastic.
That is brilliant.
It is.
Like, oh, congratulations. Can you stop in? We've got your winnings for you. Police standing by.
Just awesome.
That's pretty smart. An Australian weatherman helped recover a body from the Gold Coast Sea during a live broadcast. Luke Bradnam, a reporter for Australia's Channel 9, had just finished reporting on the dangerous surfing conditions when a person on a boogie board attempted to alert him to a body in the water.
Oh, my gosh.
At first, he thought it was a swimmer in distress. He jumped in. So this guy was, just finished up a weather report, thought he was saving a life, jumped in the water, turned into a recovery mission. The victim was a 32-year-old male who had gone missing the day before, sadly, along with a female companion. So... yeah, what a bizarre. Is this like the most interesting scoop of the day we've ever had?
That absolutely
There's a lot going on in there. So we had a guy that got killed at a baby shower accidentally, another guy that got killed doing a prank video, a shoplifter who got duped into turning themselves in.
That one, I think, was the gold right
And then
there.
the weatherman that's, jumped in the water. It's just a bizarre scoop of the day. But that's what you got on this Tuesday. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We usually pick up the phone and call my father-in-law, but he's here. It's time for Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
Hey, Charlie,
I'm back.
you are back. We're excited to have you here.
I'm not happy, but but I'm
you
here.
are too.
You guys just missed us so dang much. What kind of cool stuff you got for us,
Well,
sir?
I'm stuck with you guys for a while. So
You are. We're glad to have you. We're happy to be stuck with you.
Okay. By the time they have been retired for 2 years, 78% of former NFL players have gone bankrupt or under financial stress because of joblessness. Well, because they're out of work.
Joblessness?
Joblessness?
There you go. Is that a word?
I think so. So is it? So they spent all their money that they earned, and then they're in trouble. Is what you're saying?
Yep, 78% of them.
Wow. And
Yikes.
a lot of those guys make a ton of money.
Oh,
so-
yeah, they do.
Well,
But-
they come from nothing and they make a lot of money and then it's all gone.
Yeah, and that's a story that's told over and over and over where they literally do, come from a family that doesn't have a lot. They do really well for themselves. One of the things that I love to see, you'll see it where some guy gets signed and then he's like paying off his parents' house and he's getting signed paying off his grandparents' house. And so I was trying to get our kids to get in sports so they can pay off your house and our house. And
Well,
never happened.
It's too late for you to get into sports, so I guess I'm...
Yeah, probably.
Call it a hunch. Hey, then, you ever drink Snapple or whatever that stuff
Snapple?
is?
Oh, yeah. I love Snapple.
have.
I've never had it in my life.
Oh, it's good. It's an iced
It's
tea.
fine. No,
Oh.
Well, they make all kinds of different flavors.
You know that several of the facts on Snapple cans have been found to be outdated, incorrect, or exaggerated.
Really?
Well,
I wouldn't be drinking that if I was you.
everything I know I learned from Snapple caps. I have to rethink my life.
Well, there's a reason why you don't know anything then. Have you been ever watching the Today Show way back when? Oh, geez, this is really way back. From 1937 to 1953. That's been on a long time.
Uh-huh.
They had a chimpanzee named J. Fred Muggs. Remember him?
No.
I
Well, you're a
don't.
kid yet, so you probably wouldn't meet it.
I don't remember him.
But he was on every day.
Okay.
He's estimated that he brought in the network around $100 million.
Holy cow.
Oh.
I think we should get a monkey for the radio
I
station.
think we definitely need a monkey.
We do have a monkey every Tuesday. What do you think?
That's not a monkey. That's like an ugly ape.
I'm just kidding, Charlie. We love you.
No, you don't.
We do too.
Hey, then, what's curry?
Curry is it's a food.
Okay, feeding curry to a sheep reduces the amount of methane by up to 40%.
No
Really?
kidding. I wonder why that is. Just
I
a
don't know.
different diet, I suppose. Yeah.
Can I eat curry?
You could. We should.
I'm thinking
I think
40%.
it's
That's a
Indian,
lot,
isn't
man.
it? Isn't curry Indian?
I have
Yeah.
no idea. 3 idiots who don't know what they're talking about here. Meanwhile, somebody's right now making curry. They're like, "What? Seriously?"
Hey,
Foods of the world.
I'm going for that 40% reduction there. That'd
Yeah.
still be a lot.
Could be worth a shot.
Hey, then I got one last thing here for you.
Okay.
You know that Justin Bieber or whatever his name
Justin
is?
Bieber. Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is just in case you care, because I don't care, but Justin Bieber's, or whatever his name is, first tweet was at 8:27 p.m. on May 11th, 2009.
Okay.
Write that down in your funkin' wagnalls.
Do you know what he said?
No.
Oh. Well,
I just read the facts, man.
that would be kind of a cool fact to know what he said.
Why would that be cool? Who
I
cares?
don't know. I'm just saying, who cares when he sent his first tweet? All right. Well, are you ready for a question for me?
Sure.
How many sticks of gum are sold every single year? This number will blow your mind.
In a whole year?
In a whole year, how many individual sticks of gum?
In the whole world or the United States?
The whole world.
Okay.
Oh, then we got to be up to like 1 billion.
More than that.
Ooh.
What do you think, Heidi?
15 billion.
No. You want one more try, Charlie?
No, because I'm closer than she is.
No, she was closer than you.
Uh-oh.
It's more than 1 billion. It's more than 1 trillion. It's
Ooh.
374 trillion individual sticks of gum are sold every year. You know how many of those are purchased by Heidi Small?
None.
Exactly.
Absolutely zero.
Yeah, because she choked on gum. The Hubba Bubba incident of 1986.
85.
Ooh, boy, I was way
At
off.
3:20 in the afternoon.
It was a cold day.
Oh, boy. Charlie, thanks for coming in, man.
Hey, I might do it next week.
All right, we'd love that. It's my favorite little thing we do every week, just because we can. It's a little program we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
How many pennies do you think disappear every year?
Oh my gosh. I couldn't even imagine.
7 billion pennies.
7 billion pennies.
Disappear every year. And you know what? I got to tell you,
I know where most of them are.
You do?
Yeah.
People throw them into ponds, like into.
No. I think they're all stashed in the walls of your uncle's house.
Oh, would you stop it? That's not how many disappear from him. No, let's just not even go there. We're moving on. So anyway, if you're a hoarder of pennies, just know 7 billion pennies disappear every year. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for a news headline from somewhere in this world, Dateline United Kingdom. A guy in the UK was banned for life from his favorite corner bakery because at least one time a week he would return after taking a bite out of a baked good, and he would turn it back in and say, I want my money back. It's stale.
Oh, wow. Well, it must not have been his favorite
But
bakery.
it was his favorite one. But at least once a week, he would return something saying, yeah, this is no good, it's stale. And the baked goods were made overnight. So, like, overnight they'd make it. He'd get it, like, 20 minutes later.
Right.
And then he'd return it the next day going, yeah, this is awful.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
So
I
they just
probably
said,
would have done the same thing.
no baked goods for you. No, thanks for listening to a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Police in Scotland respond to a break-in. They found a man in the road with a broken hip, which is not what you'd expect.
Right.
Showing up for a break-in. An x-ray of the man's hip was just wide enough to show something else. The contents of his stomach.
Okay.
In there, they found thousands of dollars worth of loot. Here's what detectives theorize. The suspect heard the police coming, so he swallowed the jewels that he had been stealing to hide any evidence. And then he, slipped as he was running out a second-story window, fell and broke his hip.
Okay.
So they got there and they're saying, hey, there was a robbery. He's like, I don't know anything about that. I just fell and broke my hip. Well, it turns out he was the robber. He had ingested
it.
Yeah. Luckily, he needed an x-ray, and they found him because of that. How crazy is that?
Yikes.
That is why we call this today's Weird News. Brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by RedCrossBlood.org. A DoorDash delivery driver stiffed a customer. But it's a very interesting story. Surveillance video shows a driver appearing to stage a delivery. He snaps a picture of the food left for the delivery before picking it back up and then putting it in his car and driving off.
Oh.
Faye Zamora said she saw pictures of the food, but it was never delivered to her. So she contacted DoorDash to find out what happened. And they said, are you kidding me? Who does this? We were in disbelief. I'm hoping that he has a very good excuse, like maybe his family was hungry or something. It was a $60 meal. The customer said, in a statement, the company stated, this inappropriate and illegal behavior is never tolerated on the DoorDash platform, and the dasher involved has been immediately removed.
I would assume that would be pretty easy to do to a lot of people.
Yeah.
I would assume this happens more often than
We've been
you
in
think.
touch with the customer and fully refunded the order. So
Yeah.
They have the contactless delivery where you set it down,
Yep.
snap a photo, and this guy, was like, oh, I'm going to just take it now.
Our daughter had the same thing happen. She
Did
ordered
she
some
really?
groceries, and
I
it
did not know
showed
this.
that they had been picked up, but they were never brought to her at her
Wow,
home.
I didn't know anything about that. This is today's Moment of Duh, brought to you by redcrossblood.org.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Heidi, tell me, what do you think? Beachway, West Palm Beach, Florida. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center?
Say it again.
Beachway. It's all one
Beachway?
word. B-E-A-C-H-W-A-Y.
I'm going to say that's a golf course.
And the answer is... Sorry.
Really? It
Beachway.
sounds way too happy to be a rehab center.
No, that's a good thing, though. You want to be happy there. Beachway in West Palm Beach is a rehab center. This is how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com.
Nice.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. And I got to tell you, I got a little soft spot in my heart for service dogs. I think.
Oh, absolutely.
First of
all
all,
dogs in
I was
general.
going to just say that. First of all, we love all dogs.
Yeah.
I also love cats. Heidi's allergic to cats. She's not a big cat person, but I'm a big fan of pretty much all animals.
Right.
But this is the headline. Service dog gets send-off party after comforting hospital staff during the pandemic. And you can see a picture of a bunch of very happy people at this hospital and this service dog just getting loved on big time. Emergency room staff at Rose Medical Center in Denver had a bittersweet send-off for one of their most special team members, and this happened Thursday. Wynn, W-Y-N-N, is a service dog trained and raised by Dr. Susan Ryan. And Wynn has been comforting medical staff on the front lines of the COVID fight in Denver. Says seeing stuff and hearing stuff that you can't unsee has an impact on you. And that's where the dogs come in. When you're in the presence of the dog and petting them, you're just kind of taking a moment to ground yourself at that present time. Ryan raised Wynn for nearly 2 years, knowing that she would eventually go on to more advanced training in her path toward becoming a service dog. Last Thursday, Wynn was scheduled for turn-in. And now Wynn is moving on. Some are already calling Wynn a hero. Says, we all witnessed a lot this year. We had incredible camaraderie. And we had the best team I can imagine being around. And she was definitely a part of the team. She saw us through it all. So there's video, there's photos. It's just a really, really cool thing. And I love this story. And we have some friends that we know that train service animals. Yeah. Big Paws Canine. They do an amazing job. And this is a completely different type of service animal here. But again, I just think it's really cool that they had a nice send-off for Wynn. And I've got a link to it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Have a wonderful Tuesday. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.